Hey everyone. I have a few things on my heart, and they're really not the normal thing that I share on here. I'm recording this now, but I don't know if I'm going to post it. We will see. But I'm driving to LA today, and on the way, I'm halfway through, stopped for a coffee. I'm just pulled over to record this, but anyway, yeah, it's almost like I'm having a little mini life review on this drive and thinking about my life. All kinds of things about my life, but I've primarily been focused on my romantic connections, even the short-lived ones, And it's funny, as I was thinking through it, this song from the specials came to my mind like loud and clear. It's a song called A Message to You, Rudy, which you maybe never heard of, okay? I had a ska appreciating moment in my teenage years, and this song is sort of a big representation of my youth. And I think that's some of what I was mourning, is my youth. My idealism, what I hoped for in this life, It's so funny because when I was a little girl, I didn't have like the best examples of like marital bliss. And so I made a decision early on. I will never marry. Maybe I'll shack up with somebody when I'm 30, Have a kid or two, but not more than that. I have things I need to do in this life. And of course, that's not exactly how that went, And that's fine. It really is. I feel like every person I've come across, regardless if it was romantic or not, okay, it was on purpose. I don't believe in coincidence. I know that if you're kind of scientifically minded, you may scoff at that. That's okay. But I do not believe that souls meet by accident. I do believe there's a great design. And I'm not trying to be controversial. It's just personal belief. But yeah, as that song was going through my mind, I started to sing it out loud. And I couldn't help it. I just was crying on the freeway, I wasn't expecting that. I woke up and I feel good. I'm looking forward to this weekend. I'm looking forward to next week. You know what I mean? Nonetheless, the tears were there. And I couldn't stop singing it, and I couldn't stop crying. And, right before I parked to do this recording, I was singing it again. This time I was laughing and smiling and happy. Sometimes I feel like a 3-year-old, Like I have these really big emotions, and I don't ignore them. And so that means I can have a serious session of just deep mourning. Fears, frustration, heartache. And I think in this moment, it really was about that. It wasn't about a particular person or a particular season in my life, if that makes sense. I think it was about generally that hope, The hope of like finding somebody, giving them my entire heart, and it just worked out. Like some Disney version of life, Yeah. I know that I sound like a little kid for saying that, but it's my truth. There is something in me that wants that. There is something in me that has to believe that that is possible. Have I seen it a whole lot in my life? I don't know that I have, because everybody has a story to tell, I don't know everybody's story. But I know that what we present and what the reality is isn't always the same. They don't always match. And that's okay. Life is weird. And we don't always know who we can be honest with, who we can share our truth with, who we can be safe to share our truth with. And we also don't want to feel like a burden. I know that's been my feelings at different times in my life. You may be surprised by that because you share every fucking thing. You don't keep anything inside, you share it all. It's actually not true. I keep a lot to myself, you know. I process it in my own way. And I don't just share my business with everyone. It's true. What I'm saying in this moment, it may not seem like true, but it is. And so in this moment, I'm having to sort of make choices about having faith, about having hope, believing in myself, believing in the goodness of this world, believing in the goodness of humanity, believing in the goodness of a Disney story. And so I don't know what my life will be in the future, and I can't live my life in the future. There's no point in that. I'm excited about the things I'm working on right now. And I can't complain about the life that I've led. I feel proud. Definitely about the highlight reel, okay? But I'm proud of the low light reel too, you guys. It's all part of it, you know? Yeah, after that crying session was over, which, you know, who knows if it's really over, but once it was over, this song called Youth by Troye Sivan came in loud and clear in my head. Such a good song. Troye Sivan is so fucking awesome. You guys should, if you don't know who he is, you should check him out. He's really good. He's so many good songs. But, and talk about two different vibes. Those two songs could not be more. It's just different eras of my life, you know? But I feel like there's more left to explore. That's honestly how I feel. I feel like I have more music that will define the upcoming stages of my life. And I'm curious. I'm legitimately curious about what that will look like and what those sounds will be. You know what I mean? Like the soundtrack of my future. I'm curious. And I have to admit, there's a part of me that's excited, okay? Even through the tears, what can I do? So anyway, that's a different kind of message. What can you do? Alright guys, until next time.